Hello Aquarius, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming and watching my videos and also for subscribing to my channel, leaving me a thumbs up and or a comment. I do appreciate those, and I just invite those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel to to subscribe now. So, or at the end of the video, so I don't mean to be too pushy about that, but hey, if you don't put it out there, it doesn't happen, does it? So anyway, I'm going to be doing the readings now for the 18th, or from the 18th of January to the 31st of January 2021. So today is the 17th of January, which is Sunday, the 17th of January 2021, of course. And I do apologize. Life has got around, and I've made some decisions to just like chill out a little bit and not be so pedantic this last week, and because there have been lots of things coming up and around, and I've had my grandchildren, and I'm just wanting to be as relaxed as possible with them. So there may be that sort of thing about you, like to Aquarius, is not getting too heckled up about being about methods or oh God, I want to say regimes. There was another word that all schedules. That's one of the words that was coming up at the moment, and it's like, because it's like I just feel like, you know what, I'm not going to rush. There's that feeling. I'm not just going to rush things. I'm just going to like take my time, because you know what, it will pan out, and there's a sense of readjusting, and that's actually, no, this too will pass. It's not all the time, so I'm just going to like just chill the F out. And just go with the flow a little bit more, and I could pick it up a little bit later. Okay, so this theme has kind of been running through a few, different other signs as well, as well. So there's that sort of thing, and then it's like, then you're able to like sort of just pull my seat up and just make me notice that, and getting to work, okay, or getting into action and doing what it is that you're needing to do. So the other thing is, I just wanted to say, just to remind everybody that these reads are general. So, as always, so just take what does resonate and leave what doesn't. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. So either one of it may be in either one of those signs in your chart. So if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link in the description box below. That will take you to a website that has a free calculator on it, okay? So the other thing is that if I am taking bookings for readings at the moment, I do have a special one. So if you're wanting to find out more about that, just check out in the description box below. There is a link that will take you to my Facebook page, and also my email address on there as well. So the other thing is, I am running some courses and workshops throughout this year, but the first two up is, one is a 2-day workshop, which is around developing your like your spiritual side, basically, and getting in touch with your senses and just getting a little bit more knowledge and understanding, and we practice that as well within these 2 days. And it talks about, we'll be going over energy protection and that sort of thing as well, because a lot of people have been asking about that with me, and how, and I'm wanting to understand how to interpret the messages. Are they actually hearing what they're hearing? And so we'll be going across that, or sensing what they're sensing. And so there will be a lot of that, talking about the empathic side so as well. And what is, mediumship, psychic, and, the empath side of things as well. So there's quite a wide, broad one where we're going to be covering a lot of that. So just to give you a basic understanding and a bit more knowledge, basically. The other course, that's in mid-February, and the other course I'm doing is a 5-month one. So, and that is, to do with... it's the same sort of thing, but in a more intensive and extensive way. So there is, it's a bit like a mentorship sort of a program as well. The running for this next for the 5 months, basically. So and there are 10 all day, 1 day, 4 days sessions there that we were doing across the 5 months. So and covering let me see, taking everything a little bit a bit further in the sense of, you know, like some people have maybe wanting to go into this line of work and, you know, feel like they're ready to do that, take that step, but just wanting a little bit more confidence. And there are some that are in this line of work or you know, have already started it, but just realizing that, you know, maybe wanting or needing a little bit more, you know, information coming from, like I say, on a mentor basis in a mentor way. So that's kind of what that is about. So you could check out, you know, I've listed it there, on my Facebook page in the events section. Okay, and if you're let me know if you want to book in to do that course. So okay, we're wanting to get on with it, so I'll stop talking about that and get on with the reading. Okay, okay, now we're going this way. So I'm just the interesting, I've been made aware of the Tibetan quartz one, or just to talk about this one. Tibetan quartz, this is the crystal there. This one probably won't get this one is a double pointed one, but in general, I will read it out because for some reason I've been drawn to read it out. So I like to read it out within my notes because so I cover as much as I possibly can without fumbling too much. So the Tibetan black quartz is a powerful crystal, and with purifying energies and the vibration of the Om. Okay, so I'll be talking about that a little bit later in another video. Actually, it is called black because it often has black inclusions. It can be used for balancing all chakras and meridians. Excellent for dissolving energy blockages and purifying energy. So, which is really, it is a really beautiful crystal. I mean, they all are, but for when we're going through something different, you know, they all have a different vibration to help us to shift things or understand things and gain more knowledge from within. They can also be used for a very powerful grids and deep meditation. Excellent for dissolving energy blockages and purifying energies. It's superb for the protection of the aura environment and will also purify them. It's often used in corners of a room for purifying energies and protection from negative energies. So, which is like a grid, basically. And wearing or carrying it will cleanse the aura and protect it from negative energies, influences or other, as well as helping with grounding. So I just thought for some reason, some of you may understand exactly why that crystal has popped up and wanting to be talked about, shared with you. Okay, so I'm using this this deck here, and this is one of my old decks that I have tarot decks in. It's the Juliet Shaman Burke deck. So let's see what comes up for you. So I'm going to do a mind, body, spirit, soul flow today. I was going to say spread, but flow, spread flows, whatever way you look at it. And so in the mind already we've got, you know, the Three of Wands and the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands. So there's something that, you know, you may have, there's a lot of action. And there's something that you may have, you know, felt that, because with the Six of Wands, there's some sort of achievement or success in some sort of way. So it's about public acclaim as well. Some of you maybe, you know, have put yourself out there in some way or form, Aquarius. So, you know, or you have, not necessarily out in the public, but some of you may have achieved something in some sort of way and very chuffed about yourself, which is really, really good. And so there's a completion of a first phase, because this is, you know, the Three of Wands that's come up, which is really interesting, because it's like now looking from what you achieved. So it could be that you've got a new job. It could be that you have a new career, or you were in uni last year and you finished that course, that your PhD. I don't know why I'm saying PhD, or your diploma, or your degree, or your master's in something. And it could be that you have, it could be that you're moving from a job from study into a job or a business, and and actually, practicing it now. For some of you, it may be, you may be moving into upper level in your career or job space, workplace. And others of you, you may be moving into a business, and maybe it's like you may have sold it, or you may have what I'm hearing is some of you may have, you know, maybe extending and branching out off that business, and, you know, and a new product as per se, or something like that, or a new idea. But there's something about, you know, there's a completion of a first phase, and there may have been like 2 steps already done, and then you're really set out to see what the world has to offer you and put yourself out there, basically. Because then we have the Two of Wands on a physical aspect too, because and that's interesting because week is underway. So, you know, and I feel like they're talking about this one, you know, in the mind, yes, I've got this sorted, I've got all this information, and I've got this knowledge and this deeper understanding, and I want to like put it out there, and it's like, and all these, you know, or I'm going to build on that with these ideas that are coming out, and I'll have this, you know, this energy and passion to do it. So, and the motivation. So I feel like some of yous, you know, are like, in a sense, maybe some of yous might have realized your passion or your purpose, you know, on another level, or one of your purposes in this lifetime to get you to the next, you know, to expand on that, to fulfill it on another level, you know. So it's like really interesting there, that one. So work is underway, and I said, you know, there's looking out into the horizon now. You've accomplished something and you're moving forward, okay? Woo! And you're looking out, okay, where am I going? What can I do? So whatever that is with, it could be, you know, something that you could be, for some of you, it may be that you're married, or you might have had this, might have had a child or something. So it's like, you know, or, and I'm saying that some of you may not have actually given birth to a child. You may have adopted a child. And it's like now, you know, it's being fulfilling for you. So in a sense, they're talking about that could be that sense of achievement. It's like, in, you know, that success in that sort of way. For some of you, so I'm hearing that you might have actually won, you know, the lottery, or something like that, or won a substantial amount of money in a lottery. But it's like, or feeling like you've won the lottery, actually, is maybe more you know, maybe more what that's doing is like feeling. It feels like you might have won the lottery. So yes, kaboom, I'm off. You know, the world is opening up to me now. Well, what can I do with it? You know, what can I do with everything that I've learned and that sort of thing, accomplished in the last, you know, how many years. And it may be that it's like something where it's taken a little while to get there, but things are more falling into place for you. So it's like, okay, I get that. So it's like, and now these projects and whatever you are in this life cycle of yours, is like things are more starting to come together because you've taken, you know, all this time and effort and energy, put this energy into putting yourself to get into this position where things are starting now more noticeably to turning around for you. So on a spiritual sense, there's the King of Cups. So, and he is one who both loves and fears. And what they mean by that is like he loves what he does, or he loves in that emotional, connected way. But in that side of things, it's like but there's that sense of commitment there that is not always there. So they're on a spiritual level. So I feel like, you know, that's where some of this success or this achievement has come from. It's like, for some of you, I'm hearing, yay, I've finally figured out, or finally, like, I've, you know, completed something, and not halfway, for instance, you know, made that commitment to complete something. Maybe a course, it may be, you know, it may be a short-term course, it may be a long-term course, whatever it is, but it's whatever, you know, it's now, it's like I've achieved that. I feel like I can move forward, okay, with what I've got, with what I know. And the King of Cups is there in here, and he's like, I'm hearing that in this, on a spiritual view, like, there may be something that was in the past, but I feel like now there's that sense of more being in control of my emotions and what they're, you know, and not letting that hold me back, you know, or pull me back from, or push me back from what I know I can do, and, you know, and that and know what I want to do, and I want to give it a shot. So there seems to be like this sense of more of a commitment to oneself, basically, because he's the Page of Wands as well, and moving forward with the King of Wands is like a message. You know, he's a you know, he brings in creative ideas. So there's something, and he brings in a new new ideas, but a new sense of purpose and energy, you know, in that sense, motivation to back this up, to keep, to, you know, for you to keep going on a spiritual, because sometimes, you know, there's things that we need to work on ourselves, and so and that's, you know, something there may have like held you back within there. So it's like, no, I'm not doing that again now anymore. I've got all this information, and I've got my energy's there. I'm ready to move, and I'm happy to do that. Basically, you're in a different mind frame. Cool. Awesome. Okay. There we go. What on a soul level, what is there to share with Aries? Okie dokie. Yeah, that one comes out. So the Emperor. Yep. So there seems to be a bit more ambition there behind you at the moment. And, you know, and I'm not surprised actually, Aquarius, because last year was, you know, like last year was a big year for, you know, all of us in one form of way or another. So I feel like a lot of us have, you know, learned a lot from that. And, but, you know, but I feel like it's like, because the Emperor, he's, you know, he's about authority. So, and he's taking charge. And I feel like your soul has been, you know, in a way there that has been, you know, calling you to do that. It's like, take charge of things, take charge of your life, take charge, and, you know, be that authoritative figure, and be, you know, and to create the material stability and financial stability that you seek, that you've put out for, that you've in a way yearned for, and you've been waiting for to you know, things to fall into place more, as you've been moving along and working along, you know, diligently is the word that I'm hearing for most of you, or all of you. And some of you, yes, there would have been times where you've like kind of like fallen slack a bit, but it's like that was just really taking a little bit of a rest, and then then you've got back on your feet again, and it's like, right, I'm ready to go. So this, you know, the Emperor brings in this energy to this power energy, and being, you know, in that space, and taking charge of your life, taking charge of you. And, you know, bringing together, creating that stability that you're wanting, that you're seeking, and that you're creating, or that you're wanting to create, but I'm turning it into that you're creating. So he brings that energy to you. So you hone into that energy, because he is a very spiritual sort of a being as well. He reminds me of the King of Wands, who is that entrepreneur sort of, that energy, as well as, you know, the Knight of Wands. But yeah, you've got a lot of action, so there's definitely a lot of movement there and taking action, and that action energy. And so you'll probably find, you know, your energy may be lifting. So, oh gosh, there's a lot there. There's a lot they want to say. So I'm not going to take all those, because I'll be here all bloody day. So, or just shift it like, yeah, just a couple at a time, please. And thank you. So the King of Pentacles comes in. So he is showing money, showing family, things coming together in that way. So in the sense of financial security and abilities there. So you do, you know, this is, you know more now so than you ever have in your mind that actually you can do this. So this King of Pentacles energies, he works hard. And but he works clever, he works smart, he works diligently, he works for the greater good of one and all, basically. And he's very family oriented, so or orientated. So I'm hearing, oh yeah, okay. And so he, you know, and building that, you know, that sturdy family stability, and, you know, and security as well. But like I say, not just because there's this castle at the back. His home, you know, is his castle. His family, you know, it's just, it means the world. That's what he's there for. But also I'm hearing, now here is the Seven of Swords in the physical sense here. It's like a time, you know, for tact rather than aggression in this one. So there may be a sense that you may go a little bit stray, you know, go astray, or rather, a little bit stray, well, astray, yeah, astray, in taking some action with things. So it's in the sense, like, this is like, I feel like, because this is about disharmony in a way that, you know, like, there may be a little bit, what do I call it? What's that word? Well, it's not disharmony, but that's a word. Disharmony around it. You might get caught up, but it's your stuff, and it will go in your head. And there may be something like somebody may like steal an idea, or this is about being honest with yourself, though, about certain things as well. So, and I feel like there may be something that pops up, and, you know, it's maybe go into that space where somebody maybe like I'm hearing like steal their idea, or steal is, you know, running away or running off with something that is yours, or something that is oh gosh, I keep hearing ideas, so it must be to do around ideas, or, you know, a thought that you've had, and maybe, you know, take off with it. And maybe, so I'm hearing maybe not sharing too much, okay, about what you're doing, or everything, just to certain people, you know, and even with certain, you know, it's just be mindful about how much you share, because somebody may like, there's this dishonesty in the background, okay. But I'm feeling the other side of this is like it's bringing up something about you being honest with yourself as well, depending on which way that is. So there may be like a little bit of a setback where you may have, go in your head, basically, and let thoughts run away from yourself. So there may be like a little bit of a slump period with it, going back and forth in your head. So trying to talk yourself out of it. So don't deceive yourself, okay? That's where that word is, what I'm looking for. So somebody may deceive you, but I'm feeling like this is more you, about you not deceiving you at the moment, okay? So there's two things going on there. You'll know which one is for you in that. So, and it may be, you know, for some of you, it may be somebody is actually deceiving you as well, but also you may be deceiving yourself. Or you may have deceived yourself in the sense that you trusted somebody, okay? And it's maybe not like, damn it. So it's like not letting your head get to and let your energy plummet, okay? It's just like, oh, well, let's get back, okay? This, I now know, and it's like peeved you off, but it's, hey, let's get over it. So it's kind of like, and then there's, on a spiritual level, it's like there is something about, like, so they're talking about something about these, even though there's that there, getting in, being in that mindset, there is something about there, something may, you know, come through there and like trip you up a bit, or put it, because there's something about here holding on too tightly with the Four of Pentacles. So it may affect you, or it may seem like it affects you, like financially, or something may shift in that financial side of things, and or the family side of things, because yeah, it may be someone in the family that deceives you, but I feel like you may go into that spirit, and you may not about you know, because sometimes we have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money, and so it's like, and he is mindful about where he spends his money. Okay, so it's about not being too mindful that you hold on too tightly, otherwise you're going to break, you're not going to break through or break free into the abundance or the prosperity energy, because we close the doors to it. So there's a shift in the perspective and about your relationship with money probably there. Okay, so it's like, okay, moving through that, and that could be some of that deceiving yourself about what money is. So you may go into this funny little poverty space, like that, in the way that you're thinking about money, or somebody may, and there may be a limiting belief sort of pattern that comes up, and it's like, whoa, you know, where did that come from? So there may be a process in that, because, you know, he is, like I say, he's clever with that, and he works not tirelessly, but, yeah, or can be, but he works clever and he works smart. So all these cards came out. I will take them. So there's energy in action with the Knight of Wands on a soul level. You may be feeling, yes, I need to take energy. I need to make some movement now. So he comes in quite fast and quite quickly to make things happen. And you like, and it means, but in the meantime, there is some, you know, with the Eight of Cups coming in, it means that you're going to like leave You're going to need to leave behind all this emotional stuff from the past, okay? Whether it be past life and or past. It's like, don't let that hold you back is where I feel like they're going with that. And so you may actually, even in between all that, you're learning something in the background, and you may go gung-ho and go and do that, but it may be more but there's something about, the hermit comes in here, so it's going a little bit deeper, and it's being patient with yourself, and and that maturity, something matures in the long run, but it's also being mature about what is going on with you, so and prudent with whatever is going on with your stuff. But this Knight of Wands is there to help you move through that. So that energy may be, with this learning that you're doing on a soul level, is you're learning so much about yourself that actually this Knight of Wands, I feel like it's come in to help take action to help you shift that. Okay, and go that little bit deeper, so it might move quite quickly. Yeah, because here's the Ten of Swords, the end of a situation or a phase. So it's like you quite quickly clean up that mess or clean up that stuff in your mind, and so you can shift through it and move forward into this amazing, new beginning that you've created, or this, project that you're going through. So the Four of Cups, discontent. This is about going into that self-pity space, and, you may be crying over spilled milk about something that might come up, or that might be something that's come up in this phase, and that, so it's like with this emotional stuff, it's like, I've got this sort of thing. But then it's like, then the Ten of Pentacles is the passing of positive traditions. And that's in the sense of, like, with the Ten, it's like things are coming together. So it's about, you've learned all this stuff from the Ace of Pentacles about the cycle of life. And yes, things can, when we take a leap of faith and we're beginning something new, it runs, really nicely. And then we have a setback here and there, but we move through that, and we figure out what that is, and we grow from that. And then we have the 10, and it's a transition into a new phase. Okay, so they're talking about not just the financial side of thing, or your understanding around money, and how it got to be to where it is, and how it moves, it fluctuates from something to nothing, and blah blah blah, and then you may waver between, like, back, money comes, money goes, and in a certain phase of that wheel of fortune, or that cycle of, life and fortune. But, at the end of the day, that's, the family is there. It's about keeping, there is something about, like you've worked anyway hard, and you've worked clever, you've worked smart, you've worked caringly, you've worked diligently towards achieving this happy, healthy family status place, okay? And it is there, that comes to that with that perspective and that sort of things in that sense of shifting your perspective about it. And then we have the Lover, the Knight of Cups, okay? So there may be something to do that may come, that it allows somebody new to come into your life, whether it's on, okay, of course this is called the Lover, but it's also then other, so then to allow for some of you working on this, maybe allowing yourself to allow somebody to come, to allow somebody to come into your life, a lover of sorts. And it may be that you are the lover, on saying that's moving towards someone. But I do feel like, because he's the feeler, there's the feeler, he's, that feels, the energy of the feeler, and it's been called in another deck, and I really like that, because it's like that intuitive and that empathic side was, that intuitive side comes through. And so he's in touch with his emotions, and, basically, but he's not what he strolls on in, or rides on in, canters or trots, whatever, or just, walks right in, but in a calm, collective way, okay? So whereas this is the energy that it's like coming into that space. So some of you, there may literally be, you may have put out for this change, in the relationship, or getting yourself ready to healing from a relationship that you've been in, and or past life and past relationships in this relationship, and allow it, readying yourself to move into a new one. Okay, cool. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you for now, on our Aquarius, and with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. And remember, please do leave me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye for now. See you in a fortnight.